Welcome back to Naruto D&D Making Waves, a Naruto 5e adventure. I am your host, a very weepy dungeon master plus Ultraman, aka a lot of things. We've been going for a fucking month, and I'm wearing a Akatsuki do-rag, and I cursed before the time limit. I don't know what's going on. I'm here with my wonderful players. The avaricious, audacious, voracious, bearer of the seal of greed, Ava Rice, pickled dill, the you got to still level 3 legendary sucker Medicanin.
Yep, and it's good to be back.
Oh my.
Amen.
Oh my. Also, at level 3, the lieutenant of Squad 0, and the loving second command of the team, a child of the land of sky, Hikari Kesho Rune Scribble, the level 3 intel, the level 3 tactical strategist intel operative man.
They're back.
Only a month out and I'm already losing it. And the problem child, the one who caused he's not from the land of fuck. He's not burning greed cadet right now. He is the boy who aspires to one day live to the fastest legs in the wave. Nanamo Junbai, the level 3 Void Walker Hunter Ned.
It's great to be back. Sorry about the dogs in the background.
Listen, I can't hear it. There's a massive fan going on in the background for me. Let's jump into it with a recap of what happened last time in session 12. And let me give a small apology because my audio in session 12 was extremely horrible. I cut out a multitude of times, and we actually lost out on a bunch of really, really good RP moments. Honestly, for full context, we're actually replaying session 13 because the first time we played session 13, I wasn't super happy with it, and the players weren't super happy with it. If you listen to session 10, this probably sounds very familiar.
The dice hated us.
The dice weren't fun. The dice weren't too nice. So this is the second time we have replayed this session. But I almost had half a mind to try and redo part of session 12 as well. That felt a bit too, unproductive though. So here we are, picking back up after the Land of Whirlpool mission was completed as Team Zero, led by the newly minted Lieutenant Hikari Kesho, found solutions to Himura and Harumi Uzufumi's conundrum as she was bound to the catacombs. They also found a solution to the Vadianoi children's problem, and then created a small, found family with them and the Professor Okina and Inimaru. It really has been a month. It was really sweet. Then they moved on from the Land of Whirlpools, probably feeling a little sure of themselves, I feel like. They decided to, from there, they did a few travel checks. They did pretty well on those. They feel like pretty accomplished ninja at this point. And they came upon pretty much a sandbank in their travels, because at this point in the journey, they're mostly above water. And they decided to have a tea party. Also around this time as they were traveling, Ava and Nanamo did some fishing. They, found some mithril sturgeon, some water seal tags. The most important development of the fishing was that a bout has been set between these two Guinea. Upon their return to the Land of Waves, they have decided that they said there's going to be a spar, but I think we all know this is going to be a death match. That's set.
Spar ever came up.
I don't think the word spar ever came up. I think it was just like, hey, yeah, fuck yeah. And you guys just bumped fist and walked off. It was, the Rocky music was playing. So cool. So that's happening. But first, they gotta get through their mission in the Land of Noodles. And there was one last thing that happened at the very end of last session. What was that, gang? What was that? That was bandits, right? That was bandits. That was a bunch of strange. Well, they weren't strange. They were just men on fan boats. Driving towards you. Yeah, you guys see a bunch of men on fan boats driving towards you. Before you all are able to act, much like you might be kind of familiar with, canisters of smoke are launched at you, almost like a grenade. However, the calculation of the trajectory seems to be very, very, thought out, because the smoke cloud doesn't really. Your tea party setup is left on just the outskirts of it. You can still hear the fans coming, but you can't really gauge their distance anymore too well, because none of you have any dojutsu, you don't have any special eyes amongst you, no like special, perception powers. So you're flying a little blind at the moment.
Okay. First thing Hikari is going to do is use supporting Gale to clear the smoke.
I'm sorry. Since we're doing that, you guys can go ahead and give me a initiative roll. We'll roll initiative.
Okay, that is a D20, correct?
Yeah.
That's a D20.
D20
Plus your initiative mod.
Oh, ow. Well, at least I'm getting it out of the way early. I got a nat 1.
Oh my god, I got on that one as well.
I did well. Lucky session 13, folks.
Hikari and Nanamo will share a turn order. This is very different from the
Okay,
original
so it is initiative plus the dexterity mod.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So that's a 3.
I'm.
Please let this be the only nat 1 we get in this.
Yeah, we're getting
Please.
them out of the way early. The next roll we get, natural 20s. Rune, we're fine.
Okay, so I've got an 8 for Nanamo and I've got a 3 for Hikari, correct?
Indeed.
Yep.
What do I have for Ava?
18.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say,
Oh, hallelujah. Someone rolled well.
do you guys remember what Shini Sensei said he was going to do?
Oh yes, I believe he said he was going to be a dick and sit back.
I don't know if he said he was going to be a dick.
I think Ava heard that very much. Just his mouth was moving, and she heard in her own imitation of him, "Yes, I'm going to be a dick. Helping leads to death. I'm going to drink this tea while you die." I think
That's not
what
what I said, Ava.
I think that's what she had in her head just as she was talking.
I believe what he actually
No,
said
good
was
and
that he
damn well
wanted
that's
to
not what I
test
said.
us to see how much we've grown and how much more training he need. So he's going to leave this to us.
Correct. It's just bandits. You guys always talk about how it's just bandits. You guys are always saying stuff like that.
That's why she's the lieutenant and I'm the main one.
Okay. No Sheeny in the turn order. You guys still hear the fans coming, but yeah, Ava, you are first in the turn order with your 18, then Nanamo with his 8, and then Hikari with his 3.
Supporting
The
Gale
bandits
is a reaction.
Go ahead for it. Yeah, you can go. I just wanted your
Okay.
your initiatives for just the sake of it. Yeah, you can go ahead and supporting Gale this smoke cloud. I will say this one's a big for your supporting Gale. You can
Okay.
kind of part the sea of the smoke. You can't dissipate the entirety of the cloud because it's actually a very big cloud. But like the parts.
Well, I'm
that
not
you-
trying to completely dissipate it. I'm just trying to clear the area around me and my team in case this is poisonous.
Yeah, no, good. Yeah, fair enough. The little like parts of the sandbank that lead into the little marshy like trees and stuff like that, those might not get cleared up, but yeah, unless you like really want to focus on those. But yeah, you can go for it. But that's
Okay,
just the use of
Mato.
supporting Gale.
The chakra, so just roll a d20.
No, it's smoke. You're gonna hit it. Just mark the chakra off. So with your supporting Gale rolling through the tides, you actually clear away the smoke, and as soon as you do that, you guys can roll perception.
Okay.
See,
Perception.
natural 20s right now. Rune. Nope.
Ooh, not bad.
That's a 16. Hold on, I'll be rolling some myself.
I got an 8.
15.
Oh, phew.
8,
Four.
15.
14.
Yeah, average together. You guys noticed pretty well what's going on. Let me roll this dice a few more times. Another 16. That's I'm not counting that 15. That's way too convenient. I'll take that 3. That's a nat 20. I'll take that one. These are initiatives for the boats. 20. 1, 2, 3. This should be 4 boats, I believe. I cut it down to. Okay, I have my boat initiatives. You all see a total of 4 boats, all manned by 5 men. However, on one of those, except for one of the boats, which is seemingly veiled, and it seems like it has a much smaller crew. It doesn't have, guns on the front or anything like that, and it doesn't have somebody like manning the actual driver's side of it. It just seems to be kind of trailing behind the other 3. But those ones up top, they seem to have, full crews on there. But at this point, those guys are, they seem like they're kind of drifting to, a halt and kind of making a line. You all are not allowed to cross.
I get the feeling they're trying to make a message.
Well, that's good. It's my turn now, yeah? It's the first in the initiative order?
Well, actually, no. It's the boat that shot at you was the first in the initiative order. But yeah, you go next.
Cool. Abe would like to try and do either a persuasion or intimidation check, basically using the fact that we repelled their, assault. Just glare at them and say, I don't think you understand who we are. State your business, and maybe we won't hurt you.
Give me the roll, and then I'll even let you decide if you want to go with charisma or persuasion or intimidation after your roll.
Oh, good thing we're getting our bad rolls out of the way. That would be a nat one for me.
Oh, 13.
Oh my gosh.
Ava, I'm going to call this a neutral roll because I would say you would have gotten an advantage because that did seem kind of cool because they shot the smoke and then Hikari just got very nonchalant, just Jedi'd it away. That could have given you some advantage, but then their numbers kind of ease that away, so it kind of evens it back out. And there's a bunch of things that can just kind of even it back out. So I'm going to make that a flat roll.
I'm a small child, and small.
You're a small child. The adult isn't saying anything. Also, the adult's still sitting too. I will say.
Damn you, Sheeny.
This is a good blend, Hikari. Yeah, you were the first person to speak. Nanamo, you want to do anything, or you guys want them to have a reaction to Ava's? Well, no, they're not. They're not saying it. They're just kind of standing there menacingly. They're not speaking unless spoken to about the correct topics, and they apparently don't care about who the fuck you guys are.
I will probably just be ready. I'll have 2 kunai in my hands, just ready, just in case. But I will give Ava a chance.
Okay, Nanamo, as you do that, 2 men on one boat, kind of closest to you, they're gonna aim, or they're gonna also ready knives. I'm not gonna give them crossbows this time.
Yeah, alright.
They lock onto you and they ready knives.
Yeah, I trust that Ava can be intimidating. I'm not bothering to fact check it. He probably zoned her out a little bit. And he's just waiting to see if they pull away, hoping that Ava was scary enough for them.
These men are not pulling away.
Shit.
Huh.
That's really Ava says that in unison with him, just under it. Shit. I imagine maybe she coughed a bit during the intimidation check to fuck it up.
Still had food in her mouth and it was just kind of got stuck in the pipeline.
Well,
And the moment you two utter that word, Hikari is going to mutter back to you both, language.
Well, this is going about how I expected it to go.
Ava has to bite back not saying something mean and much rude at Hikari right now. As if it wasn't her friend.
As the water is rocking on, you guys see the fan boats are kind of rocking with the water, and you see the men all seem pretty steady. You see a few of them looking back to that fourth boat that's lingering back a bit, but they're not doing much else. Give me another. Go ahead.
Is there a discernible
I'll wait for Hikari.
Oh, it was my turn. And I thought it was Nanamo's turn.
It's still Nanamo's turn. I was saying I'll wait for Hikari to
I do have an idea for something.
Nanamo, you're smart enough that I'll say between what I just said and what you can tell about the formation they're currently in, you would probably assume the veiled boat lingering in the back is probably of some greater executive authority than these guys are.
How far away is the boat in the back?
The boats currently, I'm going to say the entire fleet are 30 feet away from you guys. That boat is 50 to 60.
Okay. I mean, I could just ask them what they want.
Yeah, you can speak with reaction.
Okay. I've not used any of my actions yet, have I? Just to double check.
You have not used the action. You have not used movement.
Okay. Nanamo will you'll watch him pick up some water from the ground and infuse some chakra into it as it starts to spin around his hand.
Aye! You cut that fucking out. No one needs that shit here. You turn the fuck around and you leave, and everything's cool here. I don't want your fancy ninja shit here. You understand, mate?
This is just a basic communication, Jutsu.
I can communicate just fine with my regular human bullshit here, mate. You want to do that with me? Instead of, or better yet, you want to do as asked and, leave my fucking country?
You own the country?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, smart ass no. Like, everybody snorts under her nose a little bit, like, you own the country. Just...
Yeah, sure, but this is the land of fuck. Now, you want to get the fuck out of here, or you want to learn what we do here?
God, that sounds...
Yeah, it's just... That was just... Yeah, full laughter.
There's not a hole already there you make.
There's immediately muttering,
the hole isn't lubed up enough.
Make the joke.
Third rule. That was horrible. I'm gonna have to mute myself in the actual... That was horrible. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You were saying it, I was trying not to laugh at it too much.
The fourth rule about the land of fuck. So looking to pass through, mate. Just looking to pass through, mate. Listen.
We're not
do you remember
what
I said to you? You remember what I said to you, yeah?
This is your country.
Yeah. And what else?
None of that fancy ninja shit.
Yeah. And what else about, like, what was the thing I requested of you lot?
Something about fucking.
No, it was before that.
Oh. So
listen, we're pretty desperate in this land, but not that desperate. Not your business. Come off it, mate. What I asked you to do was turn around and leave. We don't need your con run here. Now, I'm going to be very frank with you. Alright?
Right.
You ninja getting into the land of Udon is death for us. This voice changed so goddamn.
That
I'm sorry.
Southern somewhere.
That went so southern so quick. That went so southern so quick. Yeah. Hold on, Jeremiah. I'll tell him. Man, this here line of Udon, you can't be crossing it, partner. No. Yeah.
Why not?
Because if you do, I'll get banged by a fucking sausage, alright? So I need you to listen to me on this and turn the fuck around and leave.
That's a way of saying that. You might want to reconsider your phrasing.
Lady, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, alright? I know exactly what I'm talking about.
So, let me get this straight. If we enter your land, that's bad for you.
While you guys are talking, Nanwa, do you want to take any actions, or would you allow Hikari to have her turn?
Yeah, as he said, not any of that funny business. The water chakra he was kind of building up in his palms, he just kind of froze back into the ocean.
Okay. You know what? Because you're doing that, and this was your turn to have, you can save your action for this turn.
Okay, so
basically, you can just use that as a readied action if you want to.
My readied action will be to throw a kunai at whoever's driving the boat, which gets brave enough to come towards us.
Bet. Just remind me, and I'll have you do like a sleight of hand, like just so you don't be like, you're good. Hikari, do you want to do anything? Because if not, I would like a perception roll from all three of you.
Hikari is mostly just keeping an eye on all them and listening to the conversation and trying to figure out what is going on and why they basically shot at them and now are doing nothing, because this feels absolutely sus. So I'm thinking the perception roll would be what she'd be doing anyway.
Go for it. Yeah, I want one from all three of you.
Okay.
Teeny's still enjoying his tea, writing a bit of poetry.
Better.
I got a 10
I just
from Ava.
rolled a 17 plus my perception would be 21.
21 as well, Rune.
2 21s and a 10. With your two 21s and a 10. Ava, I'm gonna say, Ava, with your 10, the vibe you're currently getting is that these men are very serious about this. However, what they don't seem super serious about is fighting a bunch of, I'll say with your 10, you can't tell if they're not very serious about fighting ninja or fighting kids who are ninja. It's one or the other. With your 221s, Hikari and Nanamo, you notice something pretty fucking vital. Nanamo, you probably first notice, like, there are ripples in the water coming from behind you. Hikari, I'm going to say you might notice, like, a real small, like, exhale of someone, like, preparing themselves to possibly have to take a life, because you had to release that same breath yourself a lot of the time when trying to, like, be stealthy in the woods hunting. The two of you will turn back to recognize that veiled boat probably also had 5 men on it originally before they dropped down that smoke screen, because 2 bandits have, like, swam beneath your sandbank and kind of corralled behind you guys and are now trying to make a pincer. So you're now very quickly losing the advantage of your positioning. They have not moved. They are not provoking you yet. Like, you can just kind of see them starting to creep out of the water like knives ready. If you didn't notice them, something very bad could have happened. Your teammate Ava has not noticed them yet.
Cool. Can I keep asking my question then if I'm just still oblivious?
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. None of you have actually, like, engaged in combat yet. I just want to be initiative so we didn't have to waste time with them.
Hikari is going to prepare to strike if they try to do anything. At the moment, she is going to try and make it that she has not noticed them yet.
Okay, you can you guys can both give me a sleight of hand roll if you want to. Sleight of hand or stealth if you want to try and hide that you have you've peeked up on them.
I'll do stealth.
I think one of you has a higher one than one of you. That's why I gave you the option.
So you don't want us to enter this land.
No,
I got a 13.
13.
21.
No, they definitely don't know you know. Hikari, you don't know. But the ones in front of you, just like what would happen with Nanamo when he kind of readied his kunai, you see 2 of them kind of just, like, lock in and, like, kind of prepare actions with, like, if you do anything.
So, you don't want us to come to land?
No.
Why?
None of your fucking business.
Well,
considering you're hindering
sure
movements and threatening us, I'd say it's absolutely our business.
It's not. Yep. You should turn around and leave. Now, before things get really bad for you.
See? Why? Yes, why not explain it? Real simple. If it's something fucking stupid, like, oh, we haven't tidied up yet, I'm kind of doing his voice unintentionally. It's like, oh, wait, we haven't tidied up yet. That's fucking stupid.
Listen, mate. Listen, mate.
But if it is...
You want to know the reason why you shouldn't come into the land of Udon, mate?
Yes, that is what I'm asking. Did I not ask
because
that?
If you step foot in the land of noodles, we're gonna fill you full of more holes than we have in the colanders that we use to drain the fucking ramen broth.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
Am I clear, girlie?
Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and as he's saying, like, the 3 boats in front are, like, pointing their, like, center, like, front guns and at you guys.
Oh yeah, Ava's just not worried about that. Like, like, oh wow, threats of pain. That's new. But it's like, it's like, oh, okay, oh.
So to summarize, you guys have been met within a... Oh, go ahead, Ava, just to clarify.
Just to clarify, you specifically don't want ninja, or you don't want travelers.
The man who's been talking to you guys is going to fall silent. And he's going to look back at that veiled boat and then at some of his comrades, just to kind of see, like, is this worth anything?
Can I insight? Because I have a theory.
Go ahead and insight.
Cool, because Ava's acting theory, based on the fact that they don't they're specifically jumpy about Nanamo's jutsu, is that, they might be the people we're here to kill, or to stop, or whatever. Oh, that's much nicer than what I got before. That would be a dirty 20.
Yeah, you can surmise that these men probably are disincentivized to let ninja come into the village for whatever reasons. Whether they're outlaws who have been deemed unsuitable to remain in the state by whatever governing body who has hired you guys as ninja, or whether whatever means or other means in that kind of vein, you get the feeling when they say you coming into our country is a detriment to us, they mean that shit with their whole hearts.
Because if memory serves, the actual mission we were hired for is bandits have been attacking a ramen factory.
I need to stress that is not the mission you have been hired for.
That was not the mission we were hired for?
At one point, you guys, I don't know if you misheard what I said. It's very possible because we've had the issues with audio before, or if there was a miscommunication somewhere else. That is not what I said, actually. What I said I'm so glad that this is coming back to bite, because I think this is around the time we were discussing it the first time. What I said originally when I laid out the 3 missions and gave you the option to do all 3 was that there were originally 4 missions, and these are all technically these are around. The 4th mission was something around the Land of Waves, and that was that there is a group of bandits somewhere around the Land of Waves.
Okay, so
moved on somewhere. I said.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think any of us got that. So what were we exactly hired to do in the land of Udon?
You do not know. Oh no, excuse me. You do know.
You would have to know.
You do know.
You got hired to do
You do know. You do know. I'm sorry. You do know. Your job description in the land of Udon was to guard a ramen factory.
Okay, good.
So we were supposed to be hired guards.
Okay, so you don't want ninja, so I'm guessing I'm guessing none of you is basically she doesn't want to say who hired us, just in case they don't know we've been hired. But it's they probably
you don't know the name of your client
because they're waiting for us. Okay, that doesn't help.
You're bluffing. You're bluffing.
Yeah. Okay, in that case, just okay.
You'll have to bluff on this because you don't know the name of your client.
I think, okay, Well, after how much concern they've shown, maybe we should leave, guys. That is straight up deception. Our honest thought is, let's head east to where boats can't go, and then just cut across. That's what our current thinking is. It's let's just appease these fuckers and sneak in. Maybe we should go, guys. Did you try and convey that to our allies? Having no idea that there's, a man behind her, presumably?
How do you guys react to that?
Hikari is going to look at Ava with the most forced smile and say, hey, perhaps, just as long as we don't have any annoying little pests hiding our backs, I guess.
And can I roll insight to try and figure out that there's a code in there?
Yeah, piss on it. You guys are players. Is there a code in there, Rune?
Yes, there is.
It's
Pests
a pretty
riding
clear
on
code
the
of
backs,
that
people behind us.
riding on our back. Yeah, that seemed like a pretty clear code to me. But I know things Ava doesn't, so that's why
you can pick up on that. That's that's fair enough. That's why I said you're a player. You don't really need a role for that for something with another player. And that other player wanted to communicate that information to you. That's fine.
Yeah, that would be really annoying. Yes, remember when I had that thing on my back and in my nose, and it was awful.
So you lot won't mind, handing over whatever you got on you to as a sign of good faith that you ain't coming back here, right? Because if you don't, it'll be a lot worse than that.
Sorry to disappoint you, buddy, but I'm flat broke.
Okay, otherwise you need to go ahead and get the fuck out of here then, right?
So when you say everything on us, you mean our weapons? Do you want my shoes? She's being very sardonic at this point. And basically just being like, okay,
You know what, Les?
Yeah.
Since you're so curious, let's just say whatever bits are left of you, we'll pick up. How about that? If you don't clear out of here in the next 30 seconds.
Oh,
okay,
how charming.
Okay. Thanks. 30, 29. She's gonna start counting, basically looking to know.
28. They're like loading the bandoliers and like hanging them.
Yeah, exactly. She's
27.
Looking at Nanamoneva like, so, Nanamoneva, so.
Well, Team Zero.
Do you want to try and? Do you want to try and move
on?
on, or do we want to fight them? Like, she's not going to fire the first blow, but she will basically looking to Hikari as like,
kids, fight them, or kids, fight them, or try and sneak past them, or something. But god damn, this is insufferable. Please figure something the fuck out.
I've got a weird question. Just through like the short conversation we've watched, at least I've been watching, do they genuinely seem to care about each other? Or are they ragtag bandits who are willing to just bite the other one's hand off to feed themselves?
I need an insight on that.
Okay. Yep, don't know. 7.
You don't want to fucking find out. It's
okay.
Too many fucking people. Like, all you could tell is it's still like 5-1 in terms of odds. It's actually worse than 5-1. It's fucking like 11-1, I think. No, it's not. I think 5-1's right. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Could we pay for passage?
No.
Oh well.
What? Even as tourists? Well,
No.
I'll happily give you all my weapons. You know, a sign of good faith, like you said.
You're standing on the fucking water, mate. You're a ninja. Fuck no.
Yeah, but I'm a medic. I like to hold up a medical kit. Like, look, most of my shit's medicine. You know.
And I'm the third fucking Hokage, mate. I don't
No,
care.
you're not. He's dead.
You're right. Turn the fuck around before you join them.
Okay, buddy, here. How's about this? Call up the people. Call up your men currently trying to sneak up on us to stab us in the back. And he'll get out of your sight.
Oh, they're not
How's
there to
about
stab you in the
that?
back.
Oh? Then why are they currently sneaking up behind us with weapons drawn?
So they can do this. No, I'm joking. He'll just say, "Oh, they're not there to stab you in the back." I'll just leave it at that. They're just not there to stab you in the back. That's too easy. That plus it defeats the purpose of the ballistas. Here we go.
Must bite back.
Do you not want to
sarcastic.
leave, or do you want to really sit here and play 20 questions until it turns into bloody murder?
Get them to back off, and we'll walk right past them.
Ah, damn my whistle. Come on, mates. Those
They
two
start to
bandits,
move aside?
yeah, they'll actually get out of the water and like climb onto the sandbank and step to the side.
Thank you for your cooperation. I hope we don't see each other again.
Feelings mutual,
sorry.
lass.
Okay, yeah, let's walk away then.
Yeah. After you, boss lady.
You guys are walking away?
Yeah, well.
Sensei,
I assume
you
we're planning
coming?
on stealthing away.
Yeah.
Am I coming?
Once we're out of
We're
sight.
planning
And Lieutenant,
double
What if I
back,
didn't
go
come?
around.
just out of curiosity, what if I didn't come?
If you didn't come, then I would have grabbed you and tried dragging you. I may be small, but I'm strong for my size.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't really deal with that. All right, let's go. He'll take down the bone picnic table.
They were just like, did you
Not
the one
put
who
them
was
off.
talking to a sarcastic,
While
nice to meet
while
you.
walking, Hikari is muttering under her breath Do not flip them off or stab them. Do not flip them off or stab them. Do not flip them off or stab them.
Okay, you guys are
Getting
leaving. You're
into the
abandoning your
trees
mission.
was- Oh no!
Nope.
No,
We
no,
are
no.
doubling back and then going around.
Yeah, how
you
far?
said there were trees.
Yeah, it's,
I know,
there's like a
I-
little marsh you can go through.
Yeah.
6 hours.
Okay.
6 hours
And
work for?
what-
Or would you want to get less? Like an hour, 3 hours? Like
No,
I
no,
was
no,
going
no.
to say about an hour before Hikari calls out how Tarumi and asks her to have a look around to see if they are not close enough to spot them.
So by double back, you mean like you actually are moving backwards from your current position,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you're trying to decide like at which point can you decide like to make your curve back when they can't see. Okay, yeah, you can release
Yeah.
Harumi at this point. Hello, Mr. Kari.
Hello, Harumi-san. Sorry to bother you, but do you think you could fly up and let us know if there are a certain group of boats following us, or if they're far enough away that they can't see us? They are kind of being a pain in the butt.
before you fly up, could we maybe put some leaves on her or something? You know, blend in, not a conspicuous flying thing.
Good idea.
Thanks. Just because I assume there's muck and like rotting
Yeah.
foliage just in the marsh. So we can just basically just. look at
If
the
you
camouflage.
dare to sully my invention with fucking muck, Bryce, I will come there personally and beat the ever-loving... cool.
It's either this or we
it's
risk
a-
her getting shot
It's a
down.
sensitive piece of machinery, Hikari. You should be the first one to understand this. Muck and things are not really
I do, and
suitable
I
for-
don't want her getting damaged. I'll do my best to put it in places where it won't interfere with the mechanisms.
I'll trust that you do. Yeah, coal out.
Thank you.
Just Amy just biting back her tongue, being like, "We made peace. We made peace."
I do love being able to anytime Harumi is out, just be like,
What the fuck are those kids making you do, my love?
It's just Amy just like she's
They're
literally
putting mud in
biting
you.
her.
Fuck it. I know it's rice.
It's just
So what kind of a role would this be?
you guys can just throw some mud on her. It's fine. Honestly,
yeah,
I,
just
we're wasting a
yeah,
little time.
basically,
You're
it's
good.
enough to not destroy her. You know.
Yeah, no, you're
like,
good.
if-
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
she
nobody
puts her head
can
out-
see you. Nobody can see Harumi.
Without interfering with anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody can see Harumi.
Okay, good.
Super.
Yeah, you get a bird's eye view. They don't seem to be following you, as far as Harumi can tell.
Okay, that's good. So
And,
start the curve back along the land, so that we don't
Yeah.
have to deal with the boats.
Seems like a good idea to me. You know, just yeah. And if they spot us, at least they'll be on dry land.
You're not
And
still
if
really
they already
on-
have people
It's more like
on
a
the
marsh.
land,
It's more like a marsh. Like it's like very like shallow, like muddy water that like it's water, but like there's like mangrove trees that are like very, very like deep rooted in the water. Like it's not truly solid land, it's just more solid than what you were on.
It would make things harder for a fan boat to get in, right?
Oh yeah, no, a fan boat definitely couldn't get in here.
yeah, because there's
Yeah,
heaps
that's
of
my
foliage all
goal,
over
yeah.
the place. At the very least, it'd be easier for us to hide and sneak past. And if they already have people who in the marsh scouting around, that is an even bigger sign that something is seriously sus.
And also, hopefully, it won't be like it'll just be a couple of scouts compared to 25 guys.
An armada.
Which means,
Yeah,
exactly. Which
yeah.
means we can just gently kill them and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was just gonna do a sardonical bow. After you, Hikari. You're the boss.
Well, let's go. Stop
So
moving.
You You start moving.
We sneak.
Yep.
Yeah, do your
Roll
best.
stealth.
Go for
Roll
stealth.
stealth.
Oh, that is so much better. I got a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Nice. I got a 12.
I got 24.
Oh, phew.
You guys begin to sneak through the marsh. You're sneaking through the marsh. I don't have much else to add to this yet.
Cool.
Okay.
You're sneaking. You're sneaking.
Sneak, 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 sneak.
Sneak,
In
sneak.
the
Keeping an
direction- in
eye
general,
out for any.
What are
yeah.
your passive perceptions?
1 second.
15.
I'm sorry, you're not
11.
doing that.
Yeah.
My passive is 11.
I rolled on that 20, so it unfortunately didn't matter. As you guys are walking, remember how I said a fan boat definitely couldn't get in here?
Yeah.
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 Remember how the two guys snuck up on you originally?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ninja are getting kind of confident with this water walking shit. You're kind of forgetting, like, swimming is actually a really good way to stay stealthy. Hands reach up from the water and are going to go after the, and with this nat 20, I'm going to say they just grab you. The three of you are suddenly grabbed by bandits and dragged with your heads down. You're, caught in the clutches of somebody with a knife. And that veiled boat, you would actually see it kind of like, just kind of cruising out to the side of the mangroves, and you start to, if you like with your head still kind of above water and you like Sheeny kind of looking around, you can see like I'm gonna say there's like one holding all of you, so 22 other like bandits, like kind of like zombies, like rising out of the marsh. And that like one spokesperson's like, "This isn't leaving Udon."
And I thought I wouldn't have to deal with horror movie tropes again for the rest of this trip.
Well, you were given a fucking choice, lass. You brought the horror home, not us.
Maybe you guys should have just, ran in and killed him, just, without really thinking about it. Just, I don't know, like maybe Nano could have just jumped on a boat or something like that and just started trying to fight them all. I don't know. It probably wouldn't have worked too well for him or something like that. Maybe Hikari could have like set up a net or something like that. I don't know. Doesn't look like this is going too well for you guys.
No.
No. Okay, so roll new initiatives.
No, I still have your initiatives.
Okay. Wait, we were still in combat this whole time? I thought that would have ended.
I'm just gonna take the initiatives we had because it'll take too long. I
Okay.
have these fucking bandits. So I'm just gonna like group them and use the rolls I have. Technically, a bandit is still ahead of you guys. I will say that was their turn. With that first grouping of bandits that just like grabbed you. You currently have their strain condition. This means your movement is taken down to 0. You need to roll strength and or dex to first get out, and that will take at the very least half of your movement to do. And then you can have at least one action after that.
Okay. So I believe it is Ava, then Nanamo, then Hikari.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okie dokie then. So I should make my roll to try and get free?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think I'm getting free somehow with that second nat 1 of the game.
Oh.
He's gonna butt the like blunt end of his knife against you for 3 damage.
Okay.
Against your head.
Ah, motherfucker.
You've been given opportunity after fucking opportunity, and we're really, really not trying to kill kids. So, Mr. Lanky Man, we're gonna talk to you, because you're the adult here, right? You haven't been talking for a while, but listen, get your kids the fuck out of here. Stop trying to play ninja with us. We're obviously fucking better than you are at it as fucking bandits. And leave the country.
Oh, I mean, guys, he's making a pretty compelling argument right now. Let me see.
That's kind of the noise she's making, like... I'm assuming Sheeny isn't restrained right now.
No, nobody's put their hands on Sheeny yet.
Exactly, she's just like...
They tried to grab Sheeny, and he just kind of like jumped out of the way.
It's just the fact that she's like... Ava's just making noises now, like...
Oh, yeah,
it's
kind of occurring to me now. It probably would have been smarter if we tried to use black ghosts as decoys for this trick. No, it wasn't my plan.
With Sheeny right now.
It wasn't my plan, so I can't really be held liable for the failures in it.
Ava is just so angry with she right now, and angry with these bandits, and angry with herself for not seeing through this trap.
Nanamo Jumbo, what do
Yep.
you want to do?
It's my turn.
Yep.
I will just try to break free using my dex.
Give
Is-
me a dex roll.
Is it a saving throw or is it just my dex modifier?
It's just a straight roll.
Okay. Oh, natural 20, 24.
Oh, you know,
Oh,
I'm gonna let
nice.
you get out and do damages, okay?
Yeah, fuck you. I kick him in the face.
I'm gonna let you like you taijutsu your way out and kind of like reverse the hold and then like get off of him. And you already have mobile, so you won't really provoke opportunity attacks.
Brilliant.
Nanamo Jumbo, you're free.
Right, problem number one, let's get the group free. I don't know Ava can't swim.
That's right, you don't.
I'll look to,
Oh god, yeah, Ava, you would have had disadvantage anyway.
That's right, that's probably why I crit failed. I'm panicking, because I'm in the water.
does Ava look like she's struggling more then, I suppose? Like, how calm are both of you in the grand scheme of things?
Ava, do you like you're struggling?
Oh, not calm
Kari
at all. Yeah.
is very much struggling with certain things going on in her head.
Right, okay.
Ava's probably scared, like just genuinely being dragged into the water.
The best way I can describe what is going on with Hikari without spoiling anything is she is very much trying to keep her head and stay in the moment and think logically, but it is very difficult for her.
I thought I could probably... Alright, I will turn to the one grabbing Ava, and I'm assuming he's just got like his hand around her leg and is pulling her down. Is that kind of what's happening?
They like tugged you guys down by your legs and then kind of put you in hostage hold. So they had like their knives at your throats and kind of had you in holds like that.
Right,
That's what I mean by like you reversed the hold. when
Right.
You got out.
Oh, that's so much harder. But they're above water, aren't they?
No, they were below the water. They're like you're both like the ones who got some of them are getting out, but the ones who have you guys restrained are like in the water with you.
Okay, I'm gonna go down and try to like slash at the one holding Ava, I guess, and then hope I help get her free. Essentially, slash it if I can get to the tendon where in the hand his knife is holding on his wrist. I'll slash at that.
Your movement is cut in half because you just escaped your restrained condition. However, I'm
Okay.
going to say you guys are close enough that you can do this.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
You're within like 15 feet of each other for sure.
And I still have a bonus action, right? So I can attack with my kunai and then attack again with my other kunai.
You don't
did
have
it
a bonus
use-
action. You don't have a bonus action this time because technically your escape from the restrained is you're supposed to sacrifice half your movement to get out.
Yeah.
It's half movement in the first action. So I'm
Yeah,
giving
that's
you a
fine.
bonus action already to do pretty much.
Right, so just one attack roll then.
Yeah. Because rules is written, getting out of it is the action.
Okay. 20.
Oh, also, I didn't say, but roll. You'll just out. I'll let you add damage whenever you add
Okay.
damage to the first guy. Go ahead.
What dice do you want me to roll? Just
If
I
you're
forgot.
rolling with your kunai,
like
or
for
the
the dude I
attack-
hit, like to escape.
for the dude you hit, we're just gonna call that a kunai attack. So yeah, that's
Okay.
we'll just if I have to add a dice for him, or it'll just be a separate attack. Pool.
5 damage. I did 5 damage to him.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And then to hit the guy who's holding Ava, like I said, I'm trying to hit the tendon where his like for the hand that's holding the knife. Does a 22 do so?
Yes, it's 22 will hit.
Okay. And then here's my follow-up question: because he's technically engaged with Ava, do I get sneak attack?
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Did you say yes? Sorry, because you're.
Yes, you get sneak attack.
Yeah. Right, brother. Dice, get back here. Right, so that is. My lord, that's a lot of damage. 18 points of damage as I just kind of slash up at his wrists in hopes he lets Ava go.
How do you want to do this? / is this non-lethal?
If to try and make it non-lethal, just remove his hand, I suppose. If this is going to kill him, I just want it to just the smooth, as if I was cutting through like meat at home. Just the
He
smooth-
has Ava this is what happens. He had Ava like in the hold. Ava said some smart shit. He said like, I'm so tired of her fucking mouth. Hauled off, hit her with the butt, like the hilt of the fucking little knife thing. She's like, ow. As soon as that happens and he like kind of like rears back and is like, yeah, and like, keep your mouth quiet. That's when like you've escaped and you get by and like real like super speed. You like make your swipe, and he actually like loses the knife hand like completely before he like registers it's gone and like feels the pain. And like he has the stump kind of like back by Ava's cheek. Like and if you don't quiet down, you're gonna get more. What the? And then he passes out for John. Ava, you're free.
Okay.
Hikari Kesha, it's your turn.
No, a nod. Like just she won't say thank you, but there is probably something akin to gratitude in her eyes. Here's a thought. He was presumably supporting me in the water, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, good, cool. I'll assume I'll start drowning on my turn.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't. Yeah.
That would be the probably most
Well,
appropriate.
I mean, unless you're like using his body as a buoy and like drowning him.
Options. And it's not my turn yet, so I'll wait.
Okay,
Hikari Kesha would
so Hikari is going to try breaking out.
give me a strength or a dex roll.
Dirty 15.
Dirty 15. With a dirty 15, Hikari Kesha, you escape. You're not going to do any damage as you do, but you slip your way
Okay.
out. Maybe you do some fun stuff with your jacket, and they're like forced to let you go because they just don't have a good grip on you anymore.
Hikari gets
Action. Have your movement to use before you turn this over.
Hikari gets there, moves over to her teammates and coats her 1 second. Just going to duck back into the character sheet. Is going to coat her Senbone in burn poison.
Yeah, you got burn poison. I'm trying to draw a new battle map real quick. I'll have to cut this out because there's a lot of dead air. What are we doing? I'm sorry.
She's moved over to her team and has coated her Senbone, which is the bone-made Senbone, in burn poison, which I'm assuming is her action.
It's more like ready in action. But if you want to end your turn, because I think we said as part of your pocket poison thing, doing all of that is kind of like crossbow master. It's like it's not really an action to reload.
Oh, okay.
Because that's your self-made plan technique, pretty much. So that's your specialty. The diagram I've just provided is the little X'd out one is the guy who just got his hand cut off and he died, or not died, but passed out of shock behind Ava. So the dot closest to you, Nanamo, the bandit closest to you took 5 damage.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
It's a lot of.
I feel much more comfortable in this scenario somehow.
Than last time.
Because you're not on your own.
Yeah.
It is funny. You were like surrounded with like far less space.
Yeah, I've got a lot of room to move around.
Okay, in that case, it is now the bandits' turn. I really should give them individual groups right now, but I'm gonna continue to like group them in groups of 4. I had them. So the first group of bandits are actually going to react to their downed ally, and you're going to see some of them like divert some of their they're going to use their action basically this turn, stabilizing him and then moving him with their movement this turn to the boat that's on the edge of the mangrove with the veil on it. They've just gotten him out of way, and like the rest of them are like spending their turn like kind of guarding that section so they can't like, you don't have any opportunity attacks on them. But if you did, you'd be attacking somebody who's just kind of intercepting the attack. So they get their man out of the way. And the numbers fall to 21.
Yeah.
Which is it's 1 to 7 is the odds. Each of you needs to take out 7.
Okay.
Cool.
That was the first group. The second group is going. At this point, they're done with the negotiation, guys. They're gonna attack in some waves.
Do they come before me in the initiative order?
Yes, some of them do.
Okay, I thought it was the first one, but I could be mistaken.
No. You technically get a round before the second group. And then one of them actually is on the same turn order as Hikari. That's part of what I'm missing. So actually, no. One of them does get to go. One of them would have gotten to go with Hikari. That group, I'm going to say, are going to, with clone rules, make a scimitar attack on you guys. Okay, so that's a D10. They miss.
Yeah.
You guys, get yourselves formed up really, really well. that group don't get any of their attacks off. They do kind of corral you guys together a lot more, and probably, honestly, should have had an advantage. So I should roll again, but I'm not going to, because we need to move. I'll remember to next time. That would bring the turn order back to Miss Ava Rice.
Awesome. Would using one of my seals of, water, would that be a bonus action? Just because that will determine one of two different plans.
Using an item it's not just, you can't just use an item as a bonus action. I know thieves can do that. I'm trying to think if that's just like for everyone. Honestly, you should be able to, so go. If you want the option to for here, yeah, you can go for it. I believe it's something I've been allowing you guys to do in some ways. Like, if your weapons had multi-attack on them, kind of, I've been allowing you to use an item as a bonus action, so you might as well be able to.
Okay. I would like to use one of my scrolls to create 30 feet of water below myself, presumably push myself up above water level, so I can start using water walking in and not drown.
You know what? I didn't say that's how both worked, but I'm going to allow you to do that, because that sounds cool.
Thank you. Cool, because, I was just using the spell Create Water. Yeah, basically, pop myself back up, and I'd like to look at the one who I've been having my little verbal tete-a-tete with since we got here and say, that's twice now you've fucked up your ambushes. So here's how this is fucking going to go. You're going to leave, and let's see if you know this fun fucking medical fact. If the human body ingests 4 liters of water in an hour, it dies. I can produce
excuse me.
of water.
How high up did you go?
I would be 30 feet from where I was.
So you move more than 5 feet from opponents around you, right?
Suppose, yeah, I guess I did go up.
I just needed to check. Go ahead and finish what you're doing. We'll figure it out.
I didn't even think of that.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. Just finish up. You were on your roll. I just thought of it. I just thought of it just now. Wait a minute. Did she go up?
It's a fun fucking fact. If a human body consumes 4 liters of water in an hour, it dies. I can produce 40 liters of water, 80 pounds of it, which I can put into every orifice of your fucking face in an instant. So, if by some miracle you don't drown or snap your fucking neck, kidneys will shut down and you will die of water intoxication. Think very fucking carefully if you want that, or if you want to fuck off, because everything you have tried so far has failed.
Ava, you don't get to finish everything you have tried so far, because as soon as you say that, 5 bandits each are going to start lobbing very big, like industrial-sized gears at you. Like, it seems like pieces of like machinery they've probably broken off of something. That dice rolled off the thing. Does a 18 hit you?
I believe an 18 hits me. Let's see. Yes, an 18 does hit me.
Is it possible for supporting Gale to knock some of those off course, or are they way too big?
Hey, Kara, I'm going to say these are way too big.
Okay.
This is also an opportunity attack, so like it will be a reaction to a reaction, and that's going to be a head on head situation at some point. Roll, and I just want to have you beat the 18.
You want me to roll?
Hey, Kara, roll. It's her turn.
Oh,
if you beat the 18, I'll cut the damage in half. How about that?
Okay. Oh, I got a 19 just as a flat roll.
Yeah.
Ava, log another 4 damage.
Cool. Well, I'm finally down below what that tea party gave me. Oh, yay.
Okay, so you went up, you threatened them. That was your bonus action.
Yep, and then, my action was trying to make, what I just said into an intimidation check. Just trying to be like, because everything she said was true.
I have to admit, everything you said is true. I have to admit to you, though, intimidation and persuasion will not work on these characters, just because when they said, like, you coming into their country is a death sentence for them, they meant that shit completely. They meant that with their whole hearts. There's, like, no talking about these people.
Okay, so the fact that I was threatening to kill them in a much more agonizing way wouldn't sway them?
Yeah. The idea that you, like, just did that, and they were, like, already kind of scared of Ninja, but, like, they didn't really hesitate, just, like, lobbing shit at your head should kind of tell you, like, oh, okay, they don't care.
Fair enough. In that case, I would like to use... fuck it,
But you don't have any action left.
Okay, fair enough, so...
If we're calling the... Well, because it wrote... No, I'm not going to do that. Because I informed you of that after you did it. So yeah, go ahead and take an action.
Well, I'm just gonna. I'm probably gonna go all out. I'm just gonna use. Don't use Falling Heaven right off the bat. But fuck it, I'm gonna put on my mask. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just going.
I will say, because I don't know how long your create water thing should last. If you were to use your Fallen Heaven with your current height advantage, it will probably be more effective than it usually would.
Okay, I was just trying not to cheat,
this is don't worry about cheating. Versus because it's also something you probably be able to figure out. The mask wouldn't be super effective since you just did that and you already did your charisma thing. Because like now you're further away from them, it's harder for them to see you're already in the middle of the battle. It's like kind of easier to do.
Fair enough.
Still worth rocking at some point. Just at this point, Fallen Heaven might be the smarter move.
Cool.
The thing that you might build.
Fallen Heaven. And I would like to throw it primarily at the group where the guy who's been pissing me off has been. Just gonna use Basic Divide. Okay.
What's their save DC? Because they got a 10, so I think they failed. And they would take full damage.
Okey-doke. That would be if I did the group one. I can do that instead. Sure.
Is it? I'm sorry. I'm forgetting your jutsu.
Divide is single target. I roll to hit. Rain is multi-target. They roll to avoid damage.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought I heard the Fallen Heaven. I thought they were both AoE.
Oh, good. Now, good. Now I'll use Rain. That's fine. Then in that case, it would be. That would be 8 points of damage to everyone in range.
I'm going to do 3d10. I will do a single d10.
Including Hikari and Nanamo?
She's up high enough. She should be able to aim it away. She should be able to get it.
Cool. In that case, I'm throwing coins into the air as I'm just screaming about how I will either drown them, poison them with water, or break their necks with the sheer weight of 10 gallons.
No, fair enough. They're taking full damage. Ava, I'm allowing you to add a single d10 to that as a bonus for the both the height advantage of like the aim and also like the fact that like you'll be falling further, so like the effect of gravity on it is a boost. I like adding momentum to the game.
Also, that would be an additional 7, so 15 each.
If those men take 15 each, how do you want to do it? Is this non-lethal damage? And how big a area are you hitting again?
I am hitting if I'm centering it around myself, presumably, then it would be a 30-foot sphere around me.
Okay, because I wanted to group these enemies in like 20-foot cubes. A 30-foot sphere around you will take out 4 bandits.
Cool, yeah, just throwing it into the air, screaming, She's had enough, She nearly got drowned. She got hit in the head. She got shown up. Sheenie's not helping. She's having a very bad day and doesn't care anymore.
Not a bad roll.
Fuck you. It's pretty much what
if this damage and the damage Nanamo was able to deal does not show it. These guys don't have a ton of health. How do you want to do this? Is this lethal?
Yeah, actually, I think Ava is lethal. She's not being careful.
Okay, yeah, right out of a scene from a war movie, Ava lobs these up and they come down like high caliber rounds.
Exactly.
Mow down like 4 dudes.
Exactly.
And they're gone. Like you see some of the bandits like try to like run to like, do the same for like triage them and like get them out of the way, and like they realize that like they're gone like way too soon. There's like one guy like trying to stuff his fucking intestines back in his stomach, and there's somebody like trying to like comfort him, and he gets mowed down during it. So honestly, you took down 5 instead of 4.
Sure, and she's just going to look down at the
you
rest
took down
of them
5 instead of 4 because I'm a sick fuck. Okay,
she's going to look down at the rest of them and just say,
it's your turn. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's Bandit Group 2's turn with their 16 AC. And you know what, Ava? In retaliation, they're throwing their well, hold on. Is your seal with you or is your seal on the ground?
I tell you, I suppose the seal would be directly under me, like as in.
Yeah, like it's spouting up the water and you're like standing on the water.
Yeah, like exactly. Like I basically used it to get out of the water. I'm gonna
roll intelligence to see if somebody is smart enough to say if I fuck that up, maybe she'll fall 30 feet and then we can fuck her up.
Yeah.
If not, they'll just kind of like try and throw stuff at you again.
Yeah.
A 15 raw. I'm going to say that is enough for them to realize, like, oh, let's just fuck this up. So some of them like run over and try to attack the seal you are standing on. They get a nat 20 on the attack. They like slice right through it. The stream is cut off instantly, Ava.
Damn, because that was 10 gallons of water. I was like, yes, this will protect me. This will be thick.
You almost instantly begin to fall towards the ground again. But you're 30 feet up. So honestly, 9.8 per second's weird. Technically you wouldn't be there like within this round of combat since 6 seconds. I think. No, I don't think it's true. Don't worry about it. Somebody in the comments smarter than me will do the math. That brings the turn order to Nanamo Junbai, I believe. No, it was that was the bandits. So now it is Nanamo.
Okay.
Is it?
What?
No. I'm sorry. It's another group of bandits.
No, it's fine. You've got a lot to cover. So.
Theirs are 20, 16, 15, and 3. So the last group is on the same turn order as Hikari. That group is going to, because Nanamo did that damage with the other one, they're going to turn on Nanamo and go for some Tetsuko strikes.
Okay.
That's a 19 hit.
Yeah, 19 hits.
And the Tetsubo give me 5 damage, Nanamo Janbai.
Okay.
Okay, that brings it to your turn.
Okay, sweet. So I'm assuming now there's now a cluster of 5-ish bandits around me.
Oh yeah, you at the very least like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm going to update the listing. So continue on, but you're about to get into another picture of how the numbers are currently.
I'm just looking at what I might do. I might also just wait to see what comes with the photo.
You guys have basically just opened up a gap. That's lower left side where Ava was after her fall in heaven, and the one guy that Nanamo took out behind her. There's now a massive gap in their formation and their like way of surrounding you. So if you guys wanted to, you could push out of this pigeonhole they have you in, or this foxhole is really what it is, even though you're not really in a hole. They have you in and try and fight your way into a better position to not be so pinned down. And because I keep rolling against you guys without the advantage because I actually haven't needed it yet, but I do need to remind myself that I can't take that. But yeah, that's your current setting, is that on Ava's side, there's actually way less opponents like right next to her because she just took out a massive swath of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I'll do is, whichever bandit's closest to me, I'll just I'll slash into him. I'll do it with my attack and my bonus action. So, math. 19 to hit for the first one.
That hits.
Yeah. And I'm assuming. No, it's fine. Don't worry. I'm assuming I haven't got sneak attack because he's solely on me. So that is 8 points of damage to him.
You don't need it because you remember you actually hit that guy when you escaped because you got that nat 20. Okay. He took 5 damage originally. So how do you want to take him out? Is that lethal?
Okay. No, I'll just do a very shallow cut across his chest.
Very like superhero style. You're using a lethal weapon, and somehow he's like, Ninja Turtle. He like flops back. And he's asleep.
If I've put him down, what I will do then is I will look to the other two. Is Hikari in a position where she could like start leaving, or is she also surrounded like I am?
If she if she didn't want to like give them an opportunity attack, technically, well, there's no way to truly avoid it because she would be leaving some little space.
And remember, Ava is currently falling from the sky.
Ava's currently falling from the sky, so you actually have to like go through which was a bit of water. She could kind of like put her back against yours and kind of ease out, and that would allow her to like, if she does take an opportunity attack, it will be with disadvantage because she could see it. Versus like turning and then running that way. Otherwise, there's not many ways she could get out right now, other than that gap that you and Ava have opened up.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll turn the most immediate threat to Hikari is, I will just run at him, and I'll just, once again, try as very shallow as I can. I'll just slash across his chest as I run by. I won't provoke opportunity because I hit someone. Thanks to mobile, no one can hit me. So I'm going to try and hit that guy who is in front of Hikari.
Okay, so you're dashing kind of... Yeah, you got that much...
yeah, I've got 40 feet base movement, so...
Roll to hit him?
Oh, yeah, I'm rolling well. 25?
You hit him.
Yeah, and
also,
because
honestly, that's probably where the guy who was talking... Hey, where you hit, to be honest.
Okay.
Because where you hit was more like for convenience for the DM than like where you thought the mouthy guy was.
Alright, so... because he was... I'm gonna argue, because he was maybe engaged with Hikari, that is sneak attack, correct?
Sure.
Yeah, not as good as my first one. 12 points of damage to this dude.
That's another one shot. How do you want to do it?
Oh my lord. I'll kind of come in, I'll do that anime thing where I jump in, and I'll just, I'll land on his shoulders, I'll reach down, and just jab in, kind of somewhere in the lower intestine, and then just flip over, non-lethally, hopingly, not stabbing where I know major organs are. And as I kind of land in front of Hikari, opening, let's run.
Okay, you guys are running out. I will say,
Hey, just a sec.
Go for it.
Is it my turn, or because you just assumed what Hikari was doing?
He did. It is your turn if Nanamo is relinquishing the turn order. It's your turn and the final section of Bandit's turn as well. So what do you want to do, Hikari?
Okay, so my first question is 30 feet high enough for Ava to take damage when she hits the ground again?
Yes. She will be falling against
then
like a
I'm going to use Supporting Gale in order to break her fall.
That will be your main action for the turn, but you may do that. That's gonna again just because the way Supporting Gale works is so interesting to me. I feel like it should usually just be the chakra. We're gonna call this the chakra and a roll, like a ninjutsu roll, just to see if you can finesse your way through doing this, so you don't use too much pressure and blow her higher, and then like force her away, and then like lose her with a blast off again, and then B, too little, so she just still like plops into the ground.
Okay, and I just rolled a dirty 16.
With a dirty 16, you successfully break Ava's fall enough to where she does not take any damage. If you got under a 15, I would have made her take I would have given her at least a single D10 of damage. I wouldn't have given her the full 3D, but I would have given her a single D10. So another great team play by Hikari Kesho. You still have a bonus action and movement to use.
Okay, because the next thing I want to do is actually something related to Hikari's character and what she's currently going through right now. I'm going to make a wisdom save because of certain things that have not been revealed to the rest of the party.
A wisdom save? Give me your wisdom save.
Not sure. That is a 13.
Do you want your 13 to be sufficient, or would you say the thing you are trying to accomplish is a difficult or higher DC, which is a 15, I believe?
I'm just trying to determine that I'm going to say she is...
Yeah, go ahead. These things are all, I was about to say, these things are all kind of relative because at a lot of points, it's very much like what you're feeling in that moment and like what you think is most narratively appropriate. I would say like, a DC 15 is probably like standard here. If you want to fail this, if not, just you could say so.
It was mostly just a thing for me to go, oh, okay, I have two things that could happen with this, and I am very interested in and both are interesting, but I don't know which one to do. So it was just me trying to do a coin flip between them. And so coin flip is 10 or 20, and it was above a 10. I'm going to say she does manage it, but that it is a struggle.
Manage it, but that is a struggle. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And by a struggle, I mean she bites her lip so hard it bleeds in order to get herself to do this. She turns to Ava and Nanamo and agrees with Nanamo to just get out of this situation, or at least get them to a better position to fight.
Yeah, Ava, you can. Ava, I'll say with the help you've already gotten. You don't have to wait until your turn to get up. Sorry
Cool.
to talk about the car.
They will get up, and she's gonna effectively have a bit of a sugar high face at the moment, where she's like, "All these motherfuckers need to die." She'll do as she's told. If the team runs, she'll follow, but she's just looking Hikari in the eye.
You want to know
says,
something?
They need to die.
Hikari does not argue with that.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, but I had a feeling
guys-
from what Ava knows of Hikari that
You guys start retreating?
you're retreating to a more advantageous position to start killing them all.
Sheenie will
Yeah.
follow after you. You start retreating to your advantageous position. The guy Nanamo just knocked out, before he is like fully out, you hear him say, "Ah, sorry." This voice is all over the place. "Sorry, bro. Don't think we can do it." He falls out. He's like half floating, unconscious. And you guys see the veil on the fan boat sitting outside the mangroves. It flickers.
Oh no.
As
Sheen-
in the
Sheenie
veil
goes,
flickers.
yeah, the veil flickers. I'll say your
Oh,
perception is high
yay.
enough to see the veil flicker. Sheenie goes, huh, okay.
Can I do like a ninjutsu or intelligence check to see if I understand? That is.
Yeah, you can do an insight check or something like that. You can
We all
see if you
do
sense
Perception
something,
check to see-
off.
I'm gonna do a perception roll.
I will do insight.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, the same to me. 15 as well. Actually, 16. Oh, good.
Right, what up me then?
Sorry, pal. I was like,
Perception
yeah, I
or
got it.
insight for this. I just got a dirty 18.
Hikari beats us.
It's really either or. I'll take whichever one. It's better for you.
Okay.
With your 15, 16, and dirty 18, the three of you, probably a little slower than Sheenie noticed, recognize there are three much stronger warriors riding on that veiled boat.
I'll poop.
Yay.
And as that bandit, claimed that they couldn't do it, you hear. You don't hear. You see one of them kind of getting. He's kind of a lanky man. You see him wearing like what seems like work clothes, pretty much. He's got like a mask that looks kind of like a weasel on his face, and he goes, fuck! I already used a vaguely like British, like Australian accent. I have to do another one.
We're not very fancy, you know?
All right, mates. All right, that's enough there. All right, come on, mates. All right, that's good enough. Pick up the ones who are still alive. No use wasting our time on this one. Let's treat this as bygones being bygones and hope these idiots will stay their way out of Udon. Oh, hold on, Weasel. That doesn't seem fair. They took out like 5 of us, didn't they? Well, I don't know, Walrus. Maybe we should listen to Weasel there. I don't know. It seems easier to just not deal with this shit. I kind of drifted into it. The funny thing is, I've never took in any Beatles media whatsoever, but I can pull off the Ringo, I guess, and whichever the other one is.
John.
I don't know that. Yeah, I guess I'm John now. No, I'm fuck, is this Walrus or is this It's Weasel, Walrus, and who's the fucking Weasel, Walrus, and Otter. I don't know, Otter. Maybe we should listen to Weasel there, Walrus, whichever one of you said it.
Yeah, did it? We should kill them all. That's what we should do. Sea
How's that
Weasel
going
went down
for you?
for this. How's that going for us, kid? You know what? It could be better. Like now.
And then the remaining the remaining bandits around you guys are gonna start throwing down smoke bombs.
That's away from my mouth.
Smoke bombs all around you. It's like as you guys are running out, you now have no idea where the remainder of your enemies are.
Interesting.
Last thing you heard was that some of them were like thinking of leaving, but you don't know if they decided to or not. You just started moving in a direction.
If we're breaking initiative, Nanamo will quickly run through the hand signs and he'll slam his palm into the top of the water surface and use ripple sensory.
You give me the chakra for ripple sensory, and I'll just give you the perception check.
How much it costs?
I forgot. I thought I told you to write it down.
Yeah, I thought I was just reading through my jutsu list. It's 4.
I'm intrigued by how much I have still ran this one very similar to the original session 13.
See, you want a perception off me as well?
I want a perception off you as well.
Yeah,
you
19.
have it banded. Oh, the 19? Alright.
I'll roll again, just, at 19.
With your 19 at the very least, you can sense that a lot of those like weaker guys you guys are one-shotting are in fact retreating. They seem to be like doubling back the way that you guys were going, or the opposite way you guys were going to like do your little double back plan to maybe go back to the fan boats. However, you felt 3 sets of footsteps causing ripples, getting off that fan boat with the veil on it. The 3 masked men, Weasel, Otter, and Walrus, have engaged the fight, or at the very least, they're covering their friend's escape.
We've got 3 inbound. I think it's the 3 who just joined.
Good.
Give me another perception roll, all of you.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I have a rough idea of where they are, could I have advantage?
You can have advantage. You already know. I'm gonna say.
16.
You're not super shocked when you hear that same voice of Weasel again, like in your midst now. Oh,
I
what's
got a
the
7.
problem, kid? You thought you wanted to come to the land of noodles. Come and get to know us there.
I got a 16 on my perception.
I'm going to say that Hikari is being distracted by her head and is in the middle of muttering under her breath, "Shut up," which is why she got such a bad perception roll.
So are you guys, at the very least, are Nanamo and Ava looking at Weasel?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah. I'd say so. If
While you're doing so, the bandits are going to activate their, what is it called? They have an ability where, like, 2 of them can move.
It's,
in synchronicity. As you're doing that, you've missed the fact that Walrus moved in tandem with him and has now hit your blind sides. He is going to swing his big ass Walrus hammer to hit Ava and Nanamo, who noticed, or were looking at Weasel. Does a 17 hit either?
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay, if it didn't, it was going to be half damage because it's like kind of an AoE attack. This is going to be on 12. That is a grand total of 8 damage to both of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And strength save from both of you.
Strength save. Ooh.
Not very good at these.
Hey. Net 20.
Hey, I got a 16.
Nanamo, you skid back a little bit. Ava, you get hit, but like you don't skid back at all. You like put your hand against the you probably go it up on instinct. You like put your hand against the hammer and it like clunked off you very hard. You like kind of squeezed into it and like are trying to like crush it. So you've intercepted his sneaky attack. And then you guys don't know what Otter is doing. But the turn order or the combat has resumed.
Okay.
Or it hasn't really stopped. They're just buying time for their guys to get away.
So
Whose
that's
turn
me,
is it?
right? I think it's mine.
I believe so. I'm losing track of what we're doing currently.
Cool. Okay, in that case, I would like to, as a nice trick. He is mine. He's in touch range of me, right?
He's in touch range of you.
Cool. I would like to use parasitize. I'm gonna try and drink him.
Roll me a parasitize.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be 23 to hit.
That hit.
Cool. So that would be 12 points of damage.
You want HP or chakra back?
You know what? I think I'm gonna have some HP back.
Take 4. You said 12, so that's 6
12
HP.
points of damage. Yeah, cool. 6 HP. That's nice. Yeah, so I imagine I'm just grabbing, ideally his face, but if his mask would stop that, just some flesh. Just this is more meant to be, there's an act of cruelty at this point.
You've got a hand on the walrus. Ava, is that all you got?
Actually, no, I have a bonus action, so I'm just gonna throw one of my coins at Weasel, just probably not even looking, just to see if I can do a tiny little nick of damage to him. I don't think that hits. 10 doesn't hit him, I'm presuming.
It doesn't. He'll kind of flick his head out of the way.
Well, she's just throwing it over her shoulder, being like, she doesn't want to look away from Walrus after that. She's like, yeah, let's see if I can get lucky. That's all I got.
That brings it to Nanamo. No, it doesn't. I'm gonna say that brings it to Otter. Is throwing a smoke bomb in your midst. Not really anything you guys can do about that. He's just gonna use his action to throw the smoke bomb. Once again, obscuring what you guys are doing and giving you disadvantage on what you are doing currently. That's an action. With his bonus action, I'm gonna say he's going to pretty much just dash a little closer to you guys. He's not super close to the fight just yet. That brings it to Weasel. Just dodge the coin. Weasel's going for a attack back at Ava. Oh, they have multi-attack. I forgot about that. 5 doesn't hit Ava.
5? No.
You don't roll 2 attacks for multi-attack, right? Bad. Okay, gotcha. Then that goes to Nanamo finally. Oh, you also had your AC up, but you definitely were getting hit. Nanamo, you ready?
Sorry, my dogs. No, I muted my thing because my dogs were barking. Has the smoke bomb completely obscured my vision of Weasel, or can I still see him?
Yes, it has completely obscured your vision for
the
little cone you're in.
Okay, then I will just, having a better idea of where Walrus is, I will head towards that area and try to flank him, because I know Ava and him are currently having a bit of a face down. I'll try to get on his rear and just go in with a kunai slash at his Achilles tendon.
You can go for it.
Okay.
I'm going to call it a called shot, though, because
that's fine.
You said exactly where you want to hit.
Mm-hmm. I'm technically flanking him, so is it advantage or is it neutral because I would have disadvantage from the smoke screen?
Call it a flat hit.
Okay, flat hit. Right, got it.
Because otherwise I think it would be staggered disadvantage.
No, that's fine.
I think it'd be staggered. So I'll call it a flat.
Yep, I got a 19.
That just hits with the +2 for the call for shot.
Brilliant. And obviously he's flanking with Ava, so he's engaged, so I get sneak attack, correct?
You do good sneak attack.
Brilliant. And I do decent damage. 4, 8, 5. 13 points of damage to his tendon.
You cut into Walrus's tendon. I've already forgotten how to do his voice, so bye-bye Walrus's voice. It is Walrus's turn. Is it? No, it's Hikari and Walrus's turn.
So do I go first or Walrus?
Up to you.
I'll go first. Does Hikari know where Walrus is because both Ava and Nanamo are engaged with him?
You don't.
Okay.
If you attacked the spot you think Walrus is in, you have a 30% chance of hitting either Ava or Nanamo.
Oh. Okay.
Or 33.3% chance.
I am really wishing my chakra was higher.
Running low?
Yes, I have enough for one more supporting gale, but I don't want to use it in case I need to use it in
Listen,
order to...
I'm going to tell you, sometimes you need to let your teammates be fucked. Because they don't do as much for you as you do for them. That's just the reality of the matter. You have a medic who will not do shit for you.
Nope.
I'm just trying to let you know, dog. You're burning like 8 chakra a fucking round for these motherfuckers. They're just like, oh yeah, Hikari will be fine.
I helped Hikari.
I stoked up Hikari's worst impulses. If that's not helping, what is?
What were you gonna do? I'm sorry, I cut you off with my tomfoolery.
But it wasn't just because of not wanting to hit them. It's also because I have no idea where anyone is. And trying to figure out where anyone is in this current situation is going to be done at a disadvantage.
You want to roll wisdom for a plan?
Yeah, bugger it. I'll make a perception roll to try and figure out where the other two are.
Go for it. That can always turn out well.
I keep using the wrong keyboard. It was the exact same roll and they both sucked.
You probably don't know where they are.
I got another 7.
You don't know where they are.
Okay. In that case, I am going to play it safe and use one of Hikari's tactics.
Which tactic will that be?
Here we are. Would my perception roll have acted as an action?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Hikari.
Yep.
I know it would burn the rest of your chakra away, but you want to use your supporting gale to get rid of the smoke again?
You know what? Bugger it, sure.
I mean, it can also...
That smoke is...
because of the way it is, you can dictate like the effects a lot. So, I mean, go ahead.
Bonus actions count as actions, correct?
Yeah, form of action, yes.
That means I could use Trap Setter to put down one of my traps, correct?
I think you're supposed to be able to. I'm not super familiar with your...
I'd assume so.
You want me to read it?
No, you're... I'm going... It bit me in the last time I did this. I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust you.
I'm just rereading it. Yes, it seems like I should be able to do this. There's nothing about it saying that this isn't something you can do while in combat.
Yeah, go for it.
I am going to set up a snaring trap around me. So if they try sneaking up on me, they're going to get tangled.
Okay.
And how I'm imagining this is Hikari sends out Senbone with ninja wires attached to them all around her as a kind of web.
Okie dokie.
It's funny, Hikari's using herself as the bait and the snare.
Okay, while you're doing this, Walrus, because he was already attached to Ava, is not going to roll to hit. He is hitting automatically.
Cool.
Let me see. No, actually, he gets multi-attack. So, you're taking 11 damage first, as he is kind of as retaliation for the parasitize, hitting you in the head with his hammer again. And then, as he does that, he's way bigger than you, Ava. He's basically just like with the hand that you have on him, he's gonna kind of reverse the grip, put his like big meaty paws on you, and he's just gonna like overhead like swing you behind his back, and you're plunged into the water as he does that.
Oh shit.
Frick.
Actually, because of the like how violently he does it, I'm gonna log in as his like second attack on that. Take another 6 points of drowning damage.
Shit. Okay, I'm getting low.
Yeah, you're getting sun's getting real low, bud. The turn order goes back up to, I forget who was the 20. Was it Weasel or Otter? I think it's Otter.
I think it's Otto.
It's Otter. You through the bomb. And Otter is a sneaky little fuck, and he sees that opportunity that Walrus just made when he for a little backstab on you. Does a 13 should not hit for sure. You're good.
Oh, yeah,
Otter misses. I believe Otter misses. Bonus action disengage for Otter. Otter's turn is done. That brings it to Ava.
Cool. Would I'd still be within touch range of, Walrus, right? That naturally
Yes.
I seem to be trying to grasp up to try and pull myself out of the water.
Yes, he probably still has his hand on yours in this like kind of reverse block he just made.
Does that mean I could technically pull what he just did and hit automatically on a touch attack?
If you're strong enough. Oh yeah, you can do that. No, you can get the automatic hit.
Nice. I would like to use Parasitize again, and this time I'm adding in one of my smites.
Go
This
for
is
it.
vengeance. Cool. Ooh. Okay, so first there is math. First would be 13 points of damage of the actual parasitize. So I get 6 back, yeah? I'm
You get
taking
6
health
back.
again. Take 6 back. And then smite time. This is just with just looking at
I'm sorry. Wait a fucking minute. I have to be fair. Ava, you can't swim.
Yeah?
I don't know if I can give you an. Well, no, I'll give you the automatic hit. Piss on that. You just have to take drowning damage again at the end of your turn.
Sure.
I think that's for everybody. So yeah,
Cool.
roll your smite. Roll your smite.
An additional 11 damage as she pumps greed chakra directly into him.
That's
Fuck you.
13 plus 11.
Yeah.
He is
24
just
total.
barely on his feet still.
Damn.
Just
Damn.
barely on his feet still. Ava,
Yes?
can you take another 9 points of drowning
I
damage?
can.
Okay, you take
I'm
another
not in a
9
good
points of
way.
drowning damage.
I'm not. Thank God I was able to heal myself first, otherwise I would have been in a very bad way. Cool. Guess who's got less than 10 hit points left?
You
Jesus
guess-
Christ.
Okay. Weasel was.
Oh, wait. Shit. Nice little bonus action.
Still got a bonus action.
I'm going to try and throw one of my coins up at him. Presumably at disadvantage. I'm that close, but fuck it. I'm going to try for it. Okay. And I like to spend one of my inspiration die to take another crack at that, because that wasn't amazing.
Log
Okay.
down how many you have in total for me, please.
Cool, I have 1 left.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, that is much better. Does a 17 hit.
It just barely hits. How do you want to do it if you're hitting walrus?
Cool. I'm just gonna. I'd like to, basically yank him down with me. Just say, "I told you you were going to fucking die," and then
They
jam
had
a coin
parry.
into
They
his
have
throat.
parry. Oh my god! I have to, just out of curiosity, they do have parry. I need to see if the parry will keep them alive.
Platypus?
Because they're reflavored bandits. I think they have parry. I need to make sure. Pity. If so, I have not used it at all. So it does seem cheap. I will admit. They do have parry. The samurai adds +1. I'm sorry, Ava. You don't.
Damn it!
Oh, that's upsetting.
It's exactly +1 to its AC. He has a 17 AC. You rolled a 17. He has an 18 AC with parry.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking they were saying
You
up
flick.
to
You
17.
flick your coin, and he like stone cold just spins his hammer, and it fucking pings off.
Okay.
He's like still staring down at you, like you're going down, little girl.
Kill you.
Sure. Weasel's turn. Let's see. Weasel is going to take his little hand sickles, and I'm trying to think of who his smartest target would be right now. I think Weasel is going to say, "Fuck it, I'm going after the real fast kid," and he's going after Nanamo. He's going to try and pull that trick you pulled on Walrus, and he's going to try and take your legs out.
No.
Nanamo does a 17 hit you.
No, because I use substitution juice.
Okay.
So that's
Burn
fine.
the chakra up.
That's fine. I'm doing good. Does
substitution mean they can't target you again if they have another attack?
I will quickly read it for you. It's the substitution technique.
God, I should have gave one of these guys the scouts option. That's what I should have done. Retroactive, we'll make one of the scouts.
Sorry, just give me a second. I'm just looking through it.
Oh, Walrus, you doing all right there, bud?
Like being back home.
I don't know, Weasel. This little girl here won't fucking stay down. She's feisty.
One target for an attack. You may increase your AC until the start of your next turn. Your attacks at target area require you to make. Oh no, so he can attack me again, but I have +5 AC until the start of my next turn.
You have +5 AC. Okay, fuck it. He'll just attack Hikari. Piss on that. Hikari does a 16 hit you.
Nope, my AC is 17.
Okay. He misses Nanamo because he substitute. He misses Hikari because her AC. Weasel's turn is over. That brings it to Hikari and Walrus again. However, Walrus is going first this time because Walrus is not going to wait
my
to
go.
drown. Say again?
Is it not my turn after Weasel? Because I haven't gone this round.
You're right. Yeah,
it's-
it's you.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I'm just
I keep writing things down in the wrong way where I don't have to. I need to fix that.
It's
your turn.
Walrus is nearly done, isn't he?
Walrus is nearly done, it seems.
And the smoke is cleared, thanks to... Did you clear the smoke, Hikari, or did you set up a trap?
I set up a trap.
Okay, so it's still with a disadvantage. Okay, so I'm just going to try and take down Walrus. That seems to be the most logical thing. Ava's underwater, so I technically... I can't argue I can get advantage because Ava's engaged with him, can I? Because
I won't grant it for this. She's
yeah. I wasn't gonna push too hard on it.
She's not in a great position to give you advantage.
Yeah.
That first one would have been great. Oh, I don't think I
Question.
hit.
Ma'am.
Would Hikari have heard all of the noise and guessed by now that all three of the bandits are targeting her teammate?
I mean, you can kind of
she
insinuate
can't see
that,
anything, but she can still hear.
you can insinuate that, but you can't really do much till your turn. Anyway, it's
I
right
still
after
have
Nanamo.
reaction.
You do, but you don't have much chakra to use your reaction stuff. To be fair.
Yeah.
What can you do with a reaction if you want to do something?
I'm going to use supporting Gale because at that point he's probably gone, crap, they're both after my teammates. They can't see anything in this. And I can't see anything to get at the asshole samurai. Hey, so there is entirely a chance I'll hit my team by mistake. So I'm getting rid of this bloody smoke.
I'll allow it, but if that's the last of your chakra, that's the last of your chakra. I won't allow anyone
Yeah,
to
that's
use
the
their
last of my chakra. I can't do any more chakra stuff from now on.
Hikari, you fall through the water.
Oh god.
You got
That's exhausting. Yeah.
I've still got one chakra point left. I just need.
I mean, zero. Okay, if you have one, you have one. But zero chakra is zero chakra. That
Yeah.
you were exhausted at that point.
But it definitely means I can't be using water walking anymore.
No, yeah, you're fucking cooked. Yeah, you can clear the smoke away now. And
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's clear now.
yeah, that takes away your disadvantage on
Okay.
what's his name?
Walrus. Okay.
Walrus.
So I still had my disadvantage for the first attack, but my second one, I've got just a straight roll.
A straight roll.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, 25.
Got a 25.
Woo!
25 to hit.
Okay.
Once again, is it sneak attack? 'Cause he's not focusing me? Or is it just, am I just taking...
Unfortunately, your roll is being intercepted by what's his name? Weasel. You can attack Weasel. You can't attack Walrus's turn.
Okay,
He's like stepping in front of him.
right. Okay.
You're not the only ones who know how to protect your teammates.
Right, you bastard. Right, let's do this then, asshole. Not a lot of damage. 6.
6. He's
Yeah.
still up.
Yeah,
Goes. Okay, it is now Walrus and Hikari's turn. Walrus is taking his turn first. Ava, are you still gold?
Yes, I am still gold.
Okay, while he has you by your arm, he's going to swing your golden body like a mace into Nanamo, who just tried to attack him. Like, Weasel is going to, like, duck perfectly. Nanamo, there's a chance this misses you. Ava, you're taking damage no matter what. I'm very sorry. You're still on his hand.
That's fair enough. I have a bad feeling.
Nanamo, 17?
Bad-
17.
Rather, do you have the chakra to avoid this 17? I think.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's the question I'm asking myself. Do I want to save it? No. Nanamo will substitute himself again, because I might as well have to 21 AC until the start of my next turn.
Okay, Ava, this was going to be 2d12 of damage. I don't think you're going to be up afterwards, but we'll see. The first roll is an 8. You possibly could survive this. 13.
Wonderful. I would like to use my medic feature, Not Allowed to Die. Once
Yeah!
per rest, while
Oh,
I
you're still
have
up?
one creature in initiative, and they have 1 or more hit points, and an attack would reduce me to 0 or kill me instantly, and instead reduce me to 1 hit point.
That's amazing. That means you're still gold for his second attack on Hikari.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, guys. I did expect this fight to still go as hard as it was, but I think the best course of action now is probably you guys going down. Hikari, he's gonna miss you, but again, Ava, you're gonna take another 2d12 of damage.
Yeah, I'm
Does that
down,
feature-
literally.
Does that feature work
Feature.
for the round or for the turn? Because that distinction is you
I-
up or not right now.
No, I believe it is the singular action that would drop me to 0, so...
We'll
If
move
multi-attack-
on
If multi-attack
if you don't
counts
mind.
as... Depends, is multi-attack...
It's the same round, and I know there's some stuff because
It's
like
the
sneak
same
attack is not
action.
once per turn. Sneak attack is once per round, or
Yeah.
excuse me, sneak attack is actually once per action. So you can actually get different sneak attacks off different stuff. So that's why I'm asking. So we'll move on for now, but if you want to look it up just to see, because that does change everything if you're not going down because of a class feature right now.
I would rule it that I was going down because this is a second attack. Basically, the first attack I'm able to stay on 1. The second attack,
I'll tell you what, we're going to move on to Hikari's turn. For my future reference, please just go back real quick and do your best to find it for me to see if it is per round or per turn, because that is a very important distinction.
I can send it to you because sadly it doesn't say either.
Okay, no problem.
Stick it in chat.
Well, you know what? The Naruto 5e guys have been very, very diligent, so that might get fixed extremely soon. No, the allied creatures in initiative, they have 1 or more hit points once per turn, once per rest. Okay, once per rest. You're down.
Yeah.
It does specify
Yeah,
once per rest.
yeah.
So that's like once per combat encounter, really, truly. Okay.
Go on.
Ava is down and out of the turn order. Hikari Keshu, it is your turn.
Did that hit Hikari?
No, because
No.
he rolled a 9 on the second one, so I'm going to say she kind of like ducked out of the way.
So would I still take damage if I didn't hit anything?
It's more so like the damage you're taking is the force of being like swung around by this guy if you were like just drowned a little bit.
Fair enough.
You would take like half damage, but you were already down when you like missed hitting Nanamo.
Fair enough. I was just curious about that. But yeah, okay, so I'm at 0 then. I am...
Once your body is no longer gold, he's going to flick you away. Like actually like a very regular, like you go fucking far. However, Sheeny catches you.
I was actually about to say, hey, the moment Hikari sees Ava is out for the count, she's going to say to Sheeny with absolutely no anything. She is telling him this. She is not asking. Get Ava and Nanamo. I'll cover.
Not an option, Lieutenant. Well, hold on. He can get Ava out. Nanamo can leave of his own power. That would kind of put you in the center of attention. So, yeah, I think he would say that's not really an option, Hikari. I don't know if you can put your... I think you and Nanamo just need to fucking... If you want to run, you got to run, but... You can't, like, push your way through Udon like this, is basically his point.
No, she's telling him to grab Ava and Nanamo and get them out of here while she makes sure that they don't try chasing them.
Right, I assumed. It's just he's not willing to leave you behind to like lay down cover.
Ah.
It doesn't seem like a very smart option to Sheen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Hikari isn't exactly thinking straight right now. She just saw 2 bandits take out someone that she considers part of her family. She is really not thinking straight right now.
Hikari, give me your persuasion roll with disadvantage.
Okay. I got a 12.
That is ineffective. I am sorry. Sheeny is not willing to cooperate with that order.
Oh boy.
You would have to find a different plan, such as asking him to cover for you guys while you escape.
I'm just trying... That is not actually something Hikari would actually think of in this moment, because She is in the mindset of, these bastards hurt someone I care about. I want to make them hurt, but I also want to make sure that the people I care about don't get hurt. Which, at this point, also includes Sheeny.
Let me just check the turn order real quick.
Oh.
Ava's gone, so we'll go back up to...
I'd get death saving throws.
Just trying to think of something that would
You have a death saving throw, yeah.
Do you want me to do my death save?
You can give me one, yeah. The next course of action, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but it does kind of depend on what Hikari's answer to this next decision is.
Cool, I failed my first death saving throw.
How badly?
Oh, a 3, so not
Okay,
critically,
okay.
but just a fail.
Okay, the way you said it, I just needed to know.
Oh yeah, that's a very valid question.
Okay, log down that one fail.
Yeah.
Hikari, you want some time to think?
I am going to say, with Sheeny saying no, Hikari is just going to book it for Ava in order to get her out of there herself.
No, Sheeny caught Ava.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sheeny has Ava in his position. That's why I was saying, like, he's not really willing to leave you right now because you're like really sure the person in like the worst position.
Okay.
You're out of chakra pretty much. You don't have a ton of health. You would be at a numbers disadvantage and seemingly an experience disadvantage as well, since these guys seem to be able to fight as a team better than you.
Then Hikari is going to try to call out to Nanamo to fall back, cause if Sheeny isn't going to let her cover them, then they're just gonna have to run.
Nanamo, will you comply with your lieutenant's order?
Has she got Ava?
Sheeny has
Sheeny's got Ava.
Yeah, as I spoke. I will certainly try, but I'm currently pincered. I've got 2 of them, so...
Well, you don't take opportunity attacks.
I have to hit someone first.
You do?
I think
Oh,
with mobile
right.
you have to hit someone first.
No. I don't think that's true.
Let
I
me double check.
haven't attacked yet or anything, so I'm going to say, when Hikari tells Nanamo to fall back, she also throws some Senbone as a distraction.
I will double check because I don't want to be wrong about this. I think you're right, Plus. But...
I think it's the one I'm reading right now says when you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke an opportunity attack from that creature for the rest of the turn, whether you hit or not. However, I know I have read a version of mobile that is quid pro quo, like period. Opportunity attacks don't work on you.
That could be the 5e version.
That could be a 5e. That could be a 2024 thing. That could be a Naruto 5e version. I feel like we have established that they don't work on you, like you specifically.
I think I have another thing which prevents opportunity attacks from me. So
we're gonna run with the fact that you don't have them because I have been approaching most of these fights with the fact that you don't take them.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
You are canonically like too fast for somebody to catch you off guard while you are trying to move. It doesn't really work that well for you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. If that is the case, then I will just kind of I'll take the order. God, it's annoying that one of them's super low though.
Yes. Anything I feel, I was 1 hit point away from killing him if he hadn't parried.
Oh, they don't. I'm so upset myself. I'll start, but gaining some distance. I won't leave until Hikari's gotten past me because I outspeed her by a fucking long shot. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Hikari's swimming, just so you know.
If you have a single point of chakra left, you can water walk, but you can't move super fast or super long on it. Like you need to rest extremely soon.
Yeah. I will stick around for a few seconds to allow Hikari to get some distance, and then I will just full speed out of here. That's what I'm gonna do. If we're like in turn order, that's what's happening.
Okay. You guys are retreating.
Yep.
As you retreat, you would all notice Walrus, Weasel, and Otter do not make any attempts to follow you. In fact, you would probably also remember the only reasons they engaged was because they were trying to buy the rest of their men the time and room to escape. In fact, you would actually see them begin to try and like tend to or even like pick up or, start doing the actions of like whatever like last respects they need to give to, I believe it was just 5 men that died.
Yeah, the 5 that
One sec, we'll
massacred.
check.
One's
At the
Ava.
very least, Ava killed 5. Those
killed
5
5.
are dead.
There were
One guy
6 that were
lost it.
killed and
One guy lost his
one
arm.
that was hurt.
Yeah, one guy lost his arm. I don't remember the 6th guy who died.
So
I
I
There was
I cut off someone's hand, I opened someone's chest, and I stabbed someone in the intestine. All 3 were intentionally non-lethal. So
Yeah, everything you've done has been non-lethal. I remember one guy
Oh,
was
okay.
no one extra person died because of Ava's attack. Okay, I
Yeah, that was
yeah,
it.
sorry.
Ava was
they're
just
tending to
nice.
those guys. None of them. I think you do have the highest passive perception, don't you?
I have a 15. Yeah.
You notice, like as you're waiting for a car to get past you and run by, a little flash of light kind of like drags your attention a little higher up into the trees, kind of like sitting above the bandits. And then you like, as you're like looking at that also kind of frames the other like fan boat still kind of like retreating into the horizon of the distance as the sun is like kind of starting to set, because you realize like, damn, it's like evening now. Like we actually have fought for a while. And like we like the backtracking and all that stuff. Like a bit of time passed. You see what looks to be a person like looking at the end of the fight, wearing a long silver coat, and something about his visage just kind of feels off to you. Well, that's about all you think about before you start running away.
Okay. Once I start running, I'll just full speed it until I catch up with Hikari, and then I'll kind of jog back down to her pace.
All right, yeah, you guys got away. Combat is over,
Kicked.
and I believe that. Well, hold on, I want to get a good end set piece. I just want to hear some RP from you guys. So, Sheeny has Ava just kind of in a piggyback carry. Go ahead.
Did someone stabilize me?
Just let him bleed out.
Yeah. The
We're
moment
letting you bleed out. We're letting you bleed out.
Hikari is going to
The
start
moment-
try doing that.
After you did your first save and Sheeny had you, and like they started walking away, Sheeny probably got you back together. He did weird bone juice
Okay.
and stuff on you.
For the noise
Like-
she made.
Like he like forced like bone spurs like from him inside your bones, and then like had them like knit yours back together and stuff like that. That would be a cool way to use the dead bone.
That's
dead bone
cool.
rolls. Anyway, Sheeny's like and you know, I'll be honest, guys, the beginning that was going really, really well for you, and then by the end, I certainly had notes. I'll admit I probably should have stepped in a little sooner than that.
I was just gonna look at him like, she agrees, but
You're stabilized. I didn't say you were awake.
fair enough.
I'm joking.
She's really not in a speaking mood at the moment. Like, many emotions are going through her at the moment. Few of them good.
In
There
my
is
defense, I wasn't expecting them to, how to say this, want it that bad. Those are regular guys. Like, regular, like, 9-to-5 workers or something. But those guys were willing to fight to the death to keep us out of Udon.
Did you happen to figure out why, or have an idea?
Oh, I've got no idea, kid. All I know is whoever hired us is probably not too, how to put this? Yeah, exactly that. We're probably running back into another peril situation.
Sorry, my dogs.
No, good dog. Fucking amazing. I was actually stumped.
I've got a weird question. Just
What's that?
how, when we were walking away, the person I saw in the trees, did they leave as we ran by, or did they just stay watching?
I'm gonna say you're smart enough to realize they were getting there as things were wrapping up, and they seemed to be staying as long as it took to like make sure you guys were actually retreating and moving away from the border of the land of noodles.
Okay, yeah, right. Did you happen to see the other guy, Sensei?
Flashy boy, right?
Yeah.
I did.
What is going on in the land of Udon?
No, all I can tell
Jesus
is
Christ.
I think that guy was the only one with the ninja training. Meaning, you guys just got your asses whipped by a bunch of civvies. Which also means we really need to up your training, like drastically. However, Squad Zero, as happened in the original Session 13, before it was canceled, you guys are leveling up from this.
Okay.
Right.
You are
That's
leveling up from this.
Yay!
You are leveling up from this. You have been repelled from the border of the land of noodles and will be forced to figure out something, or you will be forced to forfeit or, concede your mission as a failure without actually reaching there. But the bandits won today, it seems, as you guys are, gathering. But I believe this will be where we leave this one off for right now. Just because I've been stewing on this session in particular for a month, and I'm kind of tempted to release the original session 13 now because this one turned out so ridiculously similar to it. The vibe is just like minutely different enough that I think I want to let this one roll and be canonized.
I think that
it's so interesting because the players in the original session 13 really didn't hate it as much as I did and were of the point where, like, if you want to canonize this, we're perfectly fine to canonize this. So it is kind of the same situation, and it is a little bit of a fuck you to them because, like, damn, we could have just played from the original session 13 and, like, had the month worth of sessions. But I've been your host, plus a weeby dungeon master doing my best. Joined by my wonderful players, the avaricious, audacious, and voracious bearer of the seal of greed, Ava Rice Pickled Dill, the level 4 legendary sucker medican.
I was in danger.
You were. One of you finally went down. Honestly, I think that's all I wanted to accomplish from this fight was that one of you had to pass out. Not because of blood loss or whatever. No, one of you had to get knocked the fuck out, and it finally happened. And I think a little of my bloodlust can be satiated from that. The loving, oh so empathetic, thoughtful Lieutenant of Squad 0, Hikari Kesho Rune Scribble, the level 4 tactical strategist intel operative ninja.
Shut up, brain. Shut up, brain. Shut up, brain.
It's crazy because, like, you deserve to have your character knocked out the least, but you are one of the ones I'm also one like, Hikari should get knocked out sometime. And
I doesn't get targeted all that much.
Yeah, because most of the time you're like, you're right. I'll have to start putting more aggro on Hikari. You are so right about that. Finally, last but not least, the man who noticed the man in silver, the boy who wants to be the fastest legs in the wave, the genius of Squad, or not, no, he's not genius, Squad 0.
I was gonna say, I'm the second smartest. Possibly. I don't know if she's intelligent.
The above average intelligence of Squad 0.
That's perfect.
The slippery shinobi from the land of fuck, Nanamo Junbai, the level 4 Void Walker Hunterman. I hope you guys enjoyed after this long break. Hopefully there won't be too many more like that. Catch us next time and let us know what you think will be happening next, and maybe you'll see an end story on this one.
In hindsight, she should have seen this coming. But between the adrenaline of thinking that she was going to lose her teacher, then thinking she was going to lose her team, the shock of finding out about Harumi and Cole, what her father had done, the relief of seeing her team alive and well, helping Harumi to leave Uzugakure, finding the Vadianoi children and ensuring their safety, there hadn't been much time to think beyond what was happening in the moment. And after that, enough time had passed that the events of the Land of Whirlpools had felt distant enough for her to separate herself from them. But now, those damned bandits had to show up. Just had to shatter her carefully constructed walls with one single movement. It had taken everything in her to remember what was important. Her number one priority. And she still couldn't fucking do that right! She's almost grateful that Ava is in no shape to take up her usual first watch, because that leaves it up for her. Nanamo had tried to take it for himself, citing that he was in better shape, but Hikari had convinced him that that was exactly why he should take second watch. That way, neither Ava nor her would be having an interrupted sleep. He'd conceded, but she could tell that he wasn't happy. Like always, Nanamo falls asleep almost instantly, sleeping like a log. Even Ava, who's usually a light sleeper, is sleeping soundly, dead to the world. Shit. Poor phrasing. Getting up from her spot next to the fire, she carefully walks past her teammates towards the edge of the camp. Close enough to act if something happens, but far enough that they won't be woken by any noises she makes, unless she shouts. And she's got plenty of experience being quiet. Once she's at a reasonable distance, she sits on the cold, slightly wet ground and curls into a ball. Knees drawn up to her chest, she presses her forehead against them as she covers her ears with her hands. She knows that covering her ears is pointless. After all, what good is blocking your ears when the voices you don't want to hear are in your head? The voices that were demanding vengeance and pain on the bandits have quietened down. The absence of anyone to direct their bloodlust at reducing them to mere whispers, overridden by the shouting and images being forced into her head by the others. The screaming mixes together in a cacophony of horrific sounds as the memories of the Varia Noi settlement overlap with the memory of her parents. Their bodies, torn and mangled long past the point of no return. Their eyes, which had looked at her and her siblings with warmth and love just that morning, now lifeless as they stare at nothing. The once pure white snow, now stained crimson with their blood, splashed about in testament to the torture that had been inflicted. Then, instead of her parents, it's Ava and Nanamo lying in the snow, eyes blank and lifeless, blood everywhere. Then, it's Shion, Hiroko, and Rinka, their once smiling faces frozen in looks of fear and pain. "It's your fault," one of the voices hisses. "You're weak. You can't protect anyone. Your teammates got hurt, and it's all because you are weak." Hikari presses her forehead harder against her knees as she mentally tells the voice to shut up. She has to stay quiet. She can't wake her team. "You can't even defeat one little group of bandits," another voice whispers. "You're so useless. Worthless. Stop." Hikari pleads, her voice coming out as a breathy whisper. "You wanted them to die, didn't you? You wanted to finish what your nation started." Hikari wants to scream as she shakes her head violently, trying to get that voice to go away. Her nails dig into the flesh beneath the hair behind her ears. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that'll be enough this time. The voices continue to spit venom, making her feel like she can't breathe. She knows it's childish, but a part of her wants her parents. She wants her mother's warm embrace and her soft voice. She wants her father's gentle head pats and that broad smile that made her feel safe. She wants someone to hold her and tell her everything is going to be okay. That she's not the disgusting, tainted, useless, irredeemable piece of filth that she is. That she's a good person. The last time anyone did something like that was Nanachi. For a single, blissful moment, the voices stop as Hikari remembers the last time Nanachi had helped her through a nightmare. The sweet, wonderful, smart, kind, cool, talented, amazing person that she'd somehow managed to get lucky enough to call her best friend. She almost begins to relax when they suddenly come roaring back even louder. "She'd hate you if she knew what you are. They all would. You don't deserve to be seen as anyone's best friend, or teammate, or special someone." "You're wrong. Sensei knows and he doesn't hate me." "He only said he wouldn't kill you for being born. That doesn't mean he won't throw you out of the team for being the worthless piece of trash that you are. He doesn't know that your father was the one that created the weapons used on the land of whirlpools," one of the voices says, their voice sounding almost happy. "Can't help but notice you left that part out." Hikari pulls her hands away from her ears, her movements frantic as she undoes the buttons that secure the sleeves of her jacket to her wrists. Once she's got them undone, she pulls her arms into her jacket and begins to scratch at them. Her nails dig into the flesh of her arms, tearing the skin and drawing little lines of blood that won't be noticed through her thick jacket. The sting is enough to let her hear her own thoughts again, but not enough to banish the voices. "They will hate you. Another voice whispers, sounding almost gleeful at the effect it and its comrades are having on her. They'll all hate you for what you are, and for keeping it from them. Sensei, Nanamo, Ava, Shion, Hiroko, Rinka, and especially Nanachi. They'll all despise you. Another voice sounds like it's laughing at her as it speaks. What did Cole say again? Whether you like it or not, it's your legacy. You can never escape the sins of your forebears. Once a child of the sky, always a child of the sky. Lost in the voices in her head, Hikari is completely deaf to the footsteps approaching her. Large, callous hands grip her own through the fabric of her jacket.
Hikari, knock it off. Don't do that. I don't know what I was expecting when I saw Hikari wander away from camp during her watch, but this sure as hell wasn't it. I probably should have stepped in earlier. Been saying that a lot lately. Although, most people don't really appreciate an audience when they're at their lowest moment. But, shit, things are worse than I thought they were. I'd thought it'd be Ava and Nanamo that would lead to my death, but now I'm beginning to think it'll ironically be the lieutenant. Ava's issues are hard to miss. They're right out there for everyone to see, and she's more than willing to make them someone else's problem if they tick her off enough. And Nanamo is honestly the most normal of this whole group, even with his overconfidence and lack of foresight. All things considered in the wave's past, his blind faith and love for ninja isn't all too unwarranted either. But Hikari's issues, at least whatever this is, was so well hidden. I didn't even know they were there until it was too late, and I saw them boil over. And these types of problems are a lot harder to deal with from an outside perspective. In fact, I'm beginning to see why the girls get along so well. It's not just Hikari's cinnamon roll nature winning over the girl that would rather die than admit she craves some sweetness in her life. It's because they are on almost exactly the same wavelength. Even though she tried to hide it, I saw. That hatred in Hikari's eyes when they were facing the bandits was eerily similar to the look Ava has in her eye at almost everything, which she never tries to hide. The only other difference is that while Ava's hate is consistently being directed outwards, I'm afraid that Hikari's is being directed inwards, except for rare occasions like this one. I'm really upset I didn't catch this earlier. Maybe I should just be more vigilant with the ghosts in their shadows, instead of leaving them dormant when they're off mission. And things be damned if they're just gonna get the kids hurt. I'm tempted to blame it on the whole child of the sky thing, but there's definitely more to it than that. Now that I think more about what I know of her, this has to be a deep-rooted issue. And shit if I have no idea where to even start helping her. Was she really fully aware of what she was doing? Does she have any recollection of her actions, other than her scars? Does she hear things that aren't there, perhaps? Or is she, maybe, like me? Worst case scenario. I guess the best place to start is taking her back to camp and patching her up. She's completely passed out. I've pretty rarely seen that happen outside the time she's seen too much blood. She's just too stubborn and responsible to allow herself to rest before anyone else, when there's work to be done. But I guess a mixture of chakra and emotional exhaustion finally got to her. She didn't even react when I grabbed her hands. Looking closer, the area around her eyes and nose are extremely red and irritated too. I didn't realize she'd been crying for so long. And even though I've carried her and the other kids before, it feels weird doing so like this. Like I'm getting way too close for their my own good. Drag me to hell, I hate thinking about all this sappy shit. But maybe I can get some advice from someone who's more experienced with this kind of stuff. Nanamo's father maybe, or that butcher Hikari looks up to so much. Maybe Senpai. I'll deal with it later. Hopefully, she won't be too upset when she wakes up tomorrow with her arms covered in bandages. Maybe a cold cloth for her eyes too. We can't afford too many more setbacks like this. And in the morning, it's gonna be time to get to training.